Dab here. How y'all doing? I'm gonna play a little bit of Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen, early access game. I'm gonna have to start checking into these Twitch drop things, see like when I hit milestones, give out stuff. I think I've got a few. I know I got the option to raid people now. Hey, as always, viewer discretion advised. Going through a lot here. Well, I'm already a disabled veteran, this would offer pain. But, yeah. I be falling. Alright. / stuck. Thanks, Tom. For anyone wanting updates, currently there's not really been any improvements in brain activity. I'm talking about turning off some machines tomorrow and seeing how our body does trying to take over. As my mom's wish to never live on machines. She also doesn't want to live in any more pain. I think she's done fighting. If she pulls through this, she still has a baseball-sized mass in her liver. 2 years ago, she had breast cancer and fought it, but it metastasized into her liver. She now has a baseball-sized mass, which is actually the size of the liver, so the entire liver is a fucking tumor. So yeah, her life is just pain now. But I know she's been through a lot, and she had expressed in recent history that she didn't want to live on machines. If she couldn't live and be functional, she was done. So we're having those talks at the hospital. But anyways, said just throw out why I'm in somber mood, but here I like to zone out, distract myself with stuff. I was at the hospital for a little while earlier today. There's a couple people in and out right now. Only one person can be in the room at night. Currently, because I was living in Arizona, someone else has like the medical power of attorney, so yeah. Honestly, some of my families make me not really feel like family, like turning into vultures and stuff. So earlier off stream, I did move some bags around had crafted stuff on Dabman, the shaman, and got some more bags. Here's a cool gatherer sack. 8 slots, but plus 10 to your max carry. So it's normally 140, so it has it at 150. They do stack, so like if I had 5 of these on, it'd be plus 50 to my max carry weight. People give me these, but I want to say that they're easy to craft on tier 2 with some other hides, you know. Snake scales. Those aren't snake scales. Oh, sweet. Ore just fucking spawned in front of my face there. Thank you, Debs. I'm not really sure what I'm doing other than running around. Alright, so you Grim's bone to him. Kill you kill a lot of fucking hornets, huh? Oh, that's right. I hadn't done a lot of quests with this guy because remember I got pulled into those groups that gained a few levels pretty fast. How's your gaming going today, Tom? Heck yeah. Congrats. Oh, shit. I ain't posted up here on the stream. got my parlay for tonight, Tom. I want to show you what it was. I want to show you what it was and also why I picked the picks I picked. I think I said that right. I'm very stuffy right now from one of the medicines I took a little while ago. That's right, I gotta email it to myself first. So I should have that on the computer now. One sec. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Save as desktop. Plop, plop, plop. Fuck knows. Shit. It's fucking huge. That's what she said. Alright. One sec. Here, I'll show you what I'm going with here. Alright. So I put in 20 to start my week. I was going to do 20 for this week. You know, I had a gut feeling to just do it all in one game. Maybe because I felt like my mom's spirit was with me. She was really liking this stuff I've been doing on DraftKings. Anyways, yeah, everything worked out with the overtime for McCaffrey to get the last catch that he needed. So it was a 7-pick parlay, and anyone who doesn't know anything about these, all 7 of them had to happen. All 7 of them had to happen. Yes, that's right. So I didn't go with points. I didn't go with a winner. I was just going for football. Yay. Go football. I almost went with the 49ers winning also because I loved how much of an underdog they were. I almost went with the over because I thought the 49ers were going to do better than they did. Or it did. Yep. But anyway, so yeah. So, you know, I went with the top scorers, Kyron Williams, Christian McCaffrey, running back for each team for the touchdowns. And then, so for their overall rushing and receiving yards, I went like one or a little under their average, right? And then each of the receptions down there, that's one under their average. So like Devontae Adams, his average was 6 a game. Christian McCaffrey, his average was 8 a game. Puka Nacua, his average was 9 a game, right? So I went one under each of those. So I mean, you know, so like, so that one thing alone wouldn't really pay shit, but you combine 7 different things. You know, you combine the 7 different things, and like magic happens, right? That's how like done this a couple times a year the last few seasons. I don't know. I love football. You know, I love numbers. I love stats. I love strategy. You know, that type of stuff. Anyways, yay. Anyways, yeah, and I really love the numbers. You know, fucking paid out 420 for my pothead ass, right? love 7. So 7 picks, paid $420. Fuck yeah. There we go. Got it. Anyways, I wanted to share. I figured Tom like that, especially since Tom's team is the 49ers, the team that fucking that the first of the 2 passes to Christian McCaffrey on that game-winning drive, helped me get there. So I was rooting for them the whole fucking time. Really liked what I could do on there. She saw like I was on I think she was with me like a few years ago when I hit on like my first 15 pick parlay. Well, I think it was the right call in that situation. Because a lot of coaches, the consensus is you don't play for a tie, you play for a win. The problem on that play is that it was poorly blocked. The offensive lineman on the right side just let someone go free. They caught Kyron in the backfield. So yeah, it wasn't the play calling, it was the execution of the play calling there. So at least that's from my eyes. And typically I'll see something on a bang bang play and then they spend like 5 minutes figuring out what I said. And Tori tell you all about that. She gets a kick every game I watch. Like every game I watch, I'll be telling people about the game that's happening there, and like a few seconds later, like the announcers will parrot what I said. Oh yeah. It's always the head coach's decision. It's always the head coach's decision. But yeah. I get that, but yeah, just watching the play. Hell, it could be on Stafford as well because maybe he didn't assign protection the right way, or identify where the dangers were to getting that 1 yard. But yeah, hell of a game. And also considering how the 49ers were without so many starters, right? That shows, just like the last few years, how good of an all-around team the 49ers are. Because it takes a good all-around team and depth to overcome injuries like that. Yeah, I was reading about that before the game. Yeah, hope he recovers good, especially since looked like Mac Jones was starting to get hit so much by the end of it. I don't know if you saw, it looked like he was starting to throw up those bananas he was eating. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, so he was cramping real bad. He was having the calf cramp. Well, when it happened right away, I told Tori instantly, oh, he just had a Charlie horse. Because I've had that exact same thing happen playing sports. For a lot of times, well, once a week we'd usually play sports for our physical fitness, you know. But I've had a similar thing happen, and I've had cramps in that exact same spot. So, like, yeah, that was one thing. Like, I called that right away, and then it took him like 5 or 10 minutes for him to be like, oh, it looks like he's dealing with a cramp. When they were like worrying if it was his knee or something, or like what he was grabbing, I was like, no, it looks like he has a Charlie horse. Because those things fucking hurt. And then, yeah, it is like a flat tire afterwards. You can't push off for support. That leads to you getting hit a lot more in the pocket. And it did. So he started eating a lot of bananas. I think someone counted. I think he ate like 11 bananas in the game or something like that. Or that was a count at some point. But then he got hit a few times after that. And there was one of the final drives where they said it looked like he needed to be carried off by his teammates. You see, he was starting to upchuck some of those bananas that he ate. Yeah, I don't know if you saw it, but yeah. He was like, I thought I saw a few pieces come out. Yeah, exactly. Gotta be extra careful with that. So yeah, I hope Brock Purdy makes it back soon, because I think Mac Jones needs. I mean, granted it was Thursday. That means it's like a mini bye, right? But yeah, he might need a week off after that game. Shit. Large-hearted. Yeah. Check it out. I'm beating something that's large and hardened. Or sorry, I guess I'm whacking it, right? Any moment now. There. 3? Really? That's it? I get 2 or 3 in a normal. How is that large and how is it hard? Yep. Yeah. And you know, with that, like how cramping can lead to that and stuff, you know, it makes me wonder, like, Cabrera maybe avoided that if he played a little more in preseason, you know? You know, people at his status don't like to do a lot in the off season anymore. It happens. that's right. His wasn't Achilles. Why was I thinking Achilles? Someone had an Achilles already. I know Malik Neighbors had ACL already. Thought someone had an Achilles already. So I thought there was a big name that had an Achilles. Yeah, I saw that. Yep. Flacco's getting benched. Yeah, Jackson Dart's going to start for the Giants, and Gabriel's going to start for the Browns, I believe. Right? People are up in arms about Shadow Sanders not starting instead, but, you know, I mean, pretty sure the way the NFL goes is that the higher draft pick goes first, right? Especially when he had already beat him out in camp. Just because you have a name doesn't mean you go first. It's called nepotism, right? Something like that. Whatever it is. Hey, Night Guard Ulrich, how the fuck you doing? Yeah. Marker. Oh my god. Yeah, I saw. I didn't think it was good. Oh my goodness. That's horrible. Yeah, I saw him on the cart. I heard he hurt his knee and got carted off. I heard what the full damage was yet. It's crazy how, like, it's likely. It's likely. I mean, it's just crazy how, like, injuries can shape a season, you know? And, you know, with how, I mean, you know, the Ravens dropped a few games, but they're still a good team, but they drop games to good teams. But if Lamar can miss a few games now, if he misses a few games, like, Wow, could that jeopardize the Ravens' entire season? If the Chiefs have one more slip up at wide receiver, could that jeopardize the rest of their season? Because, yeah, it's coming clear right now that I mean, Kelsey's still good, but you know he's not the same as he was. So if Mahomes doesn't have that big play receiver, it's like a dink and dunk offense. Yeah. It's horrible. Hate to see that happen to anybody. Oh. We got loot up there. We got the loot. Why can't I grab it? There we go. You just gotta get creative. Yeah, I saw him already making a difference. Xavier Worthy, right? Was it like 2 more weeks till Rashee Rice comes back or something like that? I don't know. Hopefully he stayed in shape, you know, and doesn't come in and fucking tear something like shit. Everybody's getting hurt. Ah, why'd I join that? Oh, looks like I'm going for a swim. Oh, I missed. In today's episode, Dab hangs out at the beach. Oh, that's right, I gotta join the roll too. Swimming. 4 of 24. Wow. Looks like I need to swim some laps, everybody. Mom always loved the water. Her mom lived outside of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Around the ages of like 12 and 13, Mom had some issues and I had to go stay with family there. That's why I lived in or around Myrtle Beach, South Carolina from like 96 to 2000 from my teenage years. Great place to be as a teenager. Fucking cruising up and down the boulevard. Fucking. There's a reason I settled down early in life, because I fucking did everything there was to do before I was an adult. And then, like, I don't know, everything I went through there, and then, you know, what I did in my career, like, one thing made me good in my career is having that blend of, like, the street smarts and the book smarts at the same time, you know. Mom loves the beach. Hey, 6:24, not bad. I'm actually swimming to this island right here to see like what, if there's any good resources up there. I feel like I'm swimming in slow motion, like a lot slower than I should be. I don't know why. Swimming like I'm fucking encumbered. Another one. That's a good sign. I see an ash tree. Ash tree. I got a quest to turn in some ash tree logs. Oh, fuck yeah. I just gotta watch for other player lights. This is a highly coveted island right here. I might have just found it with a respawn. I've noticed that on the Stormona server, it's like, you know, there's a handful of people that are always going through looking for this island to be spawned. Yeah. I forget. Who are the Ravens playing there? Possibly without Lamar. Get ash tree before I get the blackberries. always gotta watch your footing here. Oh yeah, there's a tiny little spot here you can use. Right there. Boom. Top of your head, you know who the Ravens' backup is? Is it still Huntley? Or is it someone else? Curious who Lamar's backup is, actually. Nice. This character doesn't use the cotton, but my others do. Ooh, there's some ash trees. I need those. 2 of the fuckers. Hell yeah. 3 of them. Wow, 3 ash trees. Saw something about they might trade Mark Andrews, or yeah, talk about him getting traded. I don't think I should. I gave him too much hate for dropping that pass last year in the playoffs. It's all said and done. Mark Andrews turned out as like one of the better tight ends in history, you know. Dogs are making noise. 1 sec. Oh. Okay, come on in. Lola wanted in the room. Large ash tree, wow. Appreciate it, Stream Boo Bot. Now fuck off. Okay. I couldn't remember if Huntley went to another team or not. Okay. Huntley was a good backup for Lamar. Huntley ran the Ravens offense efficiently. Ravens win if Henry has a big day. Plain and simple. Let's see, but the Texans might have gotten back on track against the Titans last week. Ravens been struggling. There is a chance the Texans win like 30-20. Hope not. Texans in the same division as Titans, so I'd never really root for them. Henry's my favorite player. Derrick Henry, of course. Henry has terrorized the Texans in the past. And overall, like, Henry's had great averages and stuff this year. The problem in their last loss is that they only gave it to Henry 8 times. A fun fact, the Ravens are 32nd out of 32 teams, 32nd in the NFL in handing off the ball on first and second down, right? And you know they don't have Henry on the field for third down typically. They have another running back, but it's like they're trying to get too cute. Now flip that with when they do run on first and second down, they're number 2 in the NFL in yards per carry average. Meaning that Henry's still the best fucking running back there is, right? So you give Henry the ball, and you give Henry the ball, and you give Henry the ball, right? And good things happen, especially against the Texans. Henry's made some posters there. On the flip side, the Ravens' defense has suffered more injuries, and it was already bad. It suffered more injuries this last week to some key players. And if the Texans light up the scoreboard, could they take away Henry? So that leads me towards like a 60% probability of Texans winning 30-20. Although my heart wants Henry to fucking destroy the Texans. I don't know. That's just my brain talking. Well, on top of the Texans being able to destroy the Ravens' defense, you have to account for if whether it's Huntley or Rush, at least 1 or 2 turnovers, right? I would say they have turnovers in their games more often than they don't have turnovers. I gotta start looking at stuff for Sunday now. Like, well, I skipped last weekend because last weekend, you know, was the end of the month, so like running on fumes end of the month these last few months. But yeah, that was first weekend of the month for this month. Figured put 20 on there, so flip that 20 to 420. That should be deposited sometime next few hours, I think, if not already. Or on the DraftKings app. Now, my goal is to flip that sum on Sunday if possible. Might lose some, might win some, who knows. Definitely thinking about pulling out at least 200, I'd say. Definitely thinking about 200. It depends on a few things, I don't know. Yeah, trade deadline, month away. Well, maybe I see like something like, I normally make my money off of, hitting like 7 to 10 pick parlays and stuff. So maybe I just see like a 2 pick that I think's fucking amazing and I put 420 on it, right? Just let it ride. Turn 20 into 420, maybe I turn 420 into 4,200, right? Hey. Yeah. They don't need draft assets. They're gonna have like a top 3 pick again. You know. I mean, they don't really have anyone else to unload. Other than people that they shouldn't. Well, maybe Calvin Ridley. I was never that big on him to begin with. I'm real big on our 2 rookie receivers that we got, and our rookie tight end. Like, I can't believe we actually have an amazing crop of like two wide receivers and a tight end. Yeah. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Alright. Let me run around a little more. Oh, look at that again. Did these just fucking respawn on me? Feels like they just fucking respawned on me. Fuck yeah. Well, I don't think Pollard has value for a trade. I don't know. Maybe if there's a team that well, actually, shit. Cardinals just lost Connor, didn't they? Maybe with the Cardinals, shit, go for it. Pollard's good, but I mean, this stage of his career for a running back, like, he doesn't have value, you know. far as trading them to another franchise. We got here. Oh yeah, we never actually put the dab in there. Fuck yeah. Some of this dab from the vape store. THCA Delta 9 stuff. You know what they say? A little dab will do you. But I'm confused. They say a little dab will do you, but my wife always says too much, too much, too much. I don't get it. Oh, no. I think a lot of people would be pissed if they got rid of Simmons. Yeah, you gotta keep a few people, you know, or for the fan base, you know? Like, Simmons is one of the top jersey sales. And that's stuff they have to keep in mind as well. They can't hurt, you know, like, they lost Henry. You know, they started to go in on Levis, and that exploded in their face. And, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a GM, you know. I've advised colonels and I've advised generals, but I have never advised a GM yet. Maybe one day. We'll see. I've thought about approaching the Titans office. So I talk about, like, I was always the person behind the curtain. So my skill, all my stuff translate on the civilian side to, like, business analyst, if I'm not a teacher, because I was a senior instructor for the Army too. Oh my God. Sorry, just rambling on, you know, keep my brain occupied. Sinuses are overworked. Got a migraine setting in too. Calls for some Cheez-Its. I saw this earlier. Nice, plus one string for 30 minutes. Let's fucking go. Yeah. Phone's getting old, port's getting bad, you know. Oh, why hello. Dick. You knew I was doing stuff, didn't you? Didn't you? Well, that's why I do this. Oh, yeah. There's that shield half. Which happens first here? Nice. Boar meat, right there. That's what I mean. Alright. I got this. I'm wearing a Simmons jersey this season, by the way. one of our problems for this year is we let some of our good linebackers that we drafted ourselves, we let them walk in free agency this year. I lost 2 of them. Really, more than that over the last 2 years. Before last week's game, I called exactly how it was going to go. Before last week's game, I said that our defense was going to hold up for a little while, but our linebacker core is so bad right now that the second half, running backs just start running longer and longer. And yeah, we held them to 6 in the first half, but then they scored 20 in the second half. We didn't score any. What, final score 26-0? I'd say like we shouldn't trade anybody from the last 2 years that we drafted the last 2 years when our like rebuild officially began. And then we should keep at least like 1 or 2 marquee names like Jeffrey Simmons to help, sales and, marketability and stuff like that. Because you can't completely sabotage your team on that side as well and hurt them more on like the national level. Right? That's one of the reasons like the Titans are hurting this year, that they don't really have any primetime games this year. Ridiculous. I guess that's just me. Like, if I started rebuilding from last year, which they did, that was when they got the new coach, the new general manager and stuff, and let Henry go and some other players. And then they started trading a lot of people. They had the fire sale last year, really. There's not really a lot of people left to get rid of. But yeah, they need to keep all the young talent from the last 2 years. Keep a couple marquee name players to get boost sales and stuff. Really, based off who's remaining from like our last like good few years in the playoffs, yeah, most of those names are gone. Most of those players are gone now. I'm thinking about it. There's been that much of an overhaul in the last like 4 or 5 years. best thing the Titans have going for it. Keep finding all the wood right now. Holy shit. I have so much wood on my hands right now. But I'm... fucking smooth. Hello. Large, nice. Buckeye apples, more maple, nice. Back to the beach. return to the bind point, but getting some points in swimming. Let's see what we got. Alright. that sees us in the future, please hit that like and subscribe. And I'll be back some point in the future. I'll let y'all know some of the stuff I'm looking at betting for DraftKings this weekend too. Bye bye.